As this is a brand new show, sorry, I'm going to go straight into it, but can you just introduce us to the show, to your character?
Yeah, the name of the show is called iZombie. Do you know what it's about? Or you pretty much got the premise?
We know what it's about, but in your words, how would you describe it?
It's pretty much about a pre-medical student named Olivia Moore, who's a zombie, but she's a functioning zombie, meaning that she can think, she can speak, she has emotions, but in order to maintain those human faculties, she has to consume human brains. So instead of killing people, she works at a coroner office where she has access to the brains of dead people. One of the side effects is she inherits the memories of these dead people. I play Detective Clive Babineau. I'm a rookie homicide detective, desperate for my first collar, and I meet her because she ate the brain of the person I'm investigating the murder of. So they pass on her those visions as being psychic powers, and I go with it. I'll run with it. I'm like, whatever can help.
So your character knows she's in the brain?
No, I have no idea she's a zombie. Okay. I have no idea. I just think she's like Miss Cleo, something like that with psychic powers.
Is it the world that we're looking at in the show? Is it a supernatural world where the things that your character knows exist that are supernatural, or is it like our world today, and this is all under our noses that we have no idea that exists?
Yeah, it's kind of like our world today, but there is an underground supernatural world. I kind of represent the majority of the world who has no idea that there's zombies and maybe other, creatures, out there. But it's supposed to, take place in the real world, and like I said, I have no idea that she's a zombie or that there's, other zombies in our universe.
So before you meet her, do you believe in psychic at all, or is this like, are you a little bit hesitant to buy into what she's telling you?
At first he's hesitant, but his desperation takes precedent over him being so reluctant to believe her. But he does tell the story of how his great aunt Debbie was a psychic, and because they get closer as the show keeps going, and he reveals about he tells the story about how his great aunt Debbie was a psychic, and a lot of things she said came true, and he really believes in it. So, do I believe in psychic? Yeah, 100%. I do.
Have you ever been to one or had an experience?
You know what? I did. I'm not gonna lie. When I was, I called. Remember Dionne Warwick had psychic friends, and then remember they started having like reenactments. Like there was the person would come on the show, and they'll have somebody play that person and reenact, what their story. I'm like, oh my God, look at that production level, it's so great. But it convinced me to one day call, and I won't go into details what I called about, but I could not believe the person who answered that phone asked me 3 questions, and there's no way she could have known the answer. She didn't know me from anybody, and she was exactly right. What she said, literally, as soon as I got off the phone, transpired like within that hour. Yeah, so I believe it because of my own personal experience with it.
Now, is this going to be a case of the week, or are your cases going to be more drawn out as you look for these suspects?
Yeah, so far as I know, I think there's going to be a case of a week element to it. There's also something that it's a continuous storyline through all the episodes as well. But it's a combination of the two. Yeah.
Do you interact with any of the other characters, or do you primarily stick with interacting with Liv?
Yeah, just pretty much Liv and Robbie, the doctor. That's all. So far, all my interactions have only been with them so far.
Playing a detective, did you have to do any research? Did you into holding a gun? Or?
Yeah, I played a lot of bad guys in my life. Just getting into the industry, so I got to watch some great detectives from, American Gangster or Russell Crowe, from Donnie Wahlberg and Blue Bloods and stuff, and get to see these great actors play detectives. So I did, I definitely was studying while I was on the other side. But they modeled Clive Babineau off of Shaft, Cleavon Little, and Jordan Peele. So I did watch a lot of Richard Roundtree even Samuel L. Jackson in the current ones, and I watched Blazing Saddles. I had never seen it before, and I'm like, how did I not see it? Hilarious. And so I kind of took all those flavors and watched every Key and Peele sketch, and kind of took all those characters and meld them into one.
So is your character mostly a comedic element, or is there a lot of seriousness?
You know what? He goes back and forth because he takes his job very, very seriously. He takes it very, very seriously, but he'll crack a joke or two here and there, and he's very, very sarcastic at times. So, yeah, he goes back and forth.
The premise of, go ahead.
I understand that we're shooting a pilot.
They're just shooting. They're shooting a couple of scenes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But have they shot anything else? Have you read any other scripts?
No.
Just the Bible.
Yeah, we haven't. They kind of gave us. Thank you. Hints of where our characters are going to go. In terms of Clive's going to get more successful at solving these cases, and then as he gets more successful, this underground world starts to really starts to surface. And I'm not sure how I deal with that, but I know that's going to happen.